Good morning, guys. So I just woke up and I had this crazy dream about relationships, like in this generation especially, and like how social media killed love. And I was planning on making this video yesterday, but then I made it and I don't know, it just didn't come out to the way I wanted it to. So I deleted it and then I just went to bed. And now I woke up and I feel like I have a better idea of what to say since I kind of experienced it as I slept. But so it's just do you ever just sit back and think what happened to love? Like look around, two man situationship, talking stage, 3 month rule. Like what are all these stupid terms? What is this crap? When did relationships turn into trial runs and games? Because back then, if you liked someone, you stepped up, you showed effort, you proved you wanted them. Simple. But now people create all these stages and excuses just to avoid being real. Instead of love, it's strategies, and instead of commitment, it's confusion. People would rather play games than risk being genuine, and honestly, it's why everything feels so fake now. Social media straight up destroyed and killed romance. As a man, I see it daily. Back in the day, I don't want to say this as if I'm 60, but back in the day, early when I was 10 or 9 and I saw love and I saw people around me loving, people my age now, 20, 17, 18, 19, you had to show up. You had to knock on her door, maybe bring some flowers, look her in the eyes, kiss her on the cheek, and let her know you cared, right? That took guts. That took respect. That was effort. And now we just text her and say what you doing, and you like her story multiple times, and then people think that's game. It's not romance, it's just laziness, right? And let's be honest, it's not just women messing this stuff up. Men are doing bad as well. Guys got too comfortable being minimal with effort, hiding behind screens and chasing every like instead of learning how to stand firm as men. And women, they got addicted to attention and validation and the constant options social media gives them. Both sides are guilty, yes, but both sides are trapped, and we both stopped valuing the beauty of commitment. The worst part is social media just gave everyone too many fucking options. Nobody's patient anymore. No one wants to fix things. Instead of working things out, it's on to the next one. You deserve better, girl. Yeah, bro, she wasn't worth it. Lock and go to the gym. Back then, a fight used to mean we sit down and we fix stuff. Now it just means someone opens Instagram and replies to the next person in their DMs. People just became disposable. And when people are disposable, relationships lose their weight. They lose their value. What's the point of a relationship if you know that you can replace that person? There's no weight to something if you know that you can lose it at any point. If you think there's always someone better waiting online, you never put in work for the person with you. Romance used to be this amazing mystery. It was about discovery. You didn't know everything about a woman right away. You learned it slowly. Her favorite food, her dreams, her fears, her friends, her goals, piece by piece through time. That's what made it beautiful and fun and attractive. But now, before you even meet her, you scroll through her reels and her highlights. You know her ex, you know her Spotify playlists, you know her vacation spots, you know her best friends, you know what clothes she wears, you know everything about her. There's no magic in that. It's like reading the last page of a book before you even start it. And let's talk about validation because back then, if a man told a woman, "You're beautiful, you're cute, you're attractive," it actually meant something because she wasn't hearing it from 200 other strangers in her comments daily, not 10 other guys in her DMs saying the same thing to her. Now, the value of a genuine compliment is so dead. It's drowned in noise. Women get fake validation daily. You have to be just above a 5 out of 10 as a woman, and you can easily get validation from men online. It's so easy. And men chase cheap dopamine with likes and follows, and nobody wants to slow down and give something real. And when everything is loud, the real voices, the genuine effort, they get ignored. It's like going to a concert and then coming out and trying to hear someone whisper. What happened to the days when a man would walk up to a girl's house and flowers in hand and heart racing, tell her that she's special? What happened to walking her home and kissing her on the cheek and treating her with respect while still standing firm as a man What happened to the girl actually appreciating that instead of brushing it off because, oh yeah, there's other people doing it for me as well. That's the romance that we lost, and that's the energy missing in this generation. And you know what else? Back then, you had to be a lover boy. You had to care. You had to show appreciation, write letters, actually put in effort, show up. And the best part was women loved it. They valued it. They respected a man who poured into them. But nowadays it's flipped. Girls don't fall for guys who genuinely care. They leave the nice guy, the consistent guy, the one who's always there, the one who actually means what he says, and they chase the guy who treats them like trash. The one who ignores their texts, acts nonchalant, gives them 15 minutes of fake love bombing, and then just disappears, you know? That's what gets them hooked now. And it's crazy because if you say this to a girl, like a modern girl, she's gonna say, no, 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 no. I like the first type. I like a girl. I like a guy that's caring, that's loving, blah, blah, blah. But I've seen it personally. I've seen, that's why nice guys finish last is a thing, right? That's literally why it exists. I've seen it time and time again. It even happened to me personally, and I've seen it happen to so many other people. It's always the bad guy, not bad guys, but the guys who couldn't give a shit, the guys who treat girls like crap, they're the one who they're the ones who get girls, right? Because that's just how our society is right now. It's fucked. And the little dopamine hit from inconsistency is what gets girls hooked. And when they see a man being genuinely nice, they take it for granted. They know it's gonna stay there forever. They push him away and label him as too much, or they even get the ick, as they say, because they're addicted to the chase, addicted to uncertainty. That's why girls love the honeymoon phase. They don't like anything longer than 3 months because they don't enjoy anything long that requires commitment. They just want to have fun. And here's the truth: men used to, men who used to pour their heart out are now learning they have to hold back, not because they want to, but because showing too much care gets thrown in your face. And women are learning to crave the guy who starves them of attention instead of the man who actually values them. Social media twisted the psychology. It taught people that real consistency is it's boring, while toxicity feels exciting and fun and amazing. That's why so many relationships just feel unstable. Everyone's addicted to the wrong kind of love. And here's the truth: men and women just both forgot balance. Like, in everything in life, balance is everything that matters. If you don't have balance, you don't have anything. Men forgot that being a man means being strong but not desperate, loving but not simping, and caring but not losing yourself. Women forgot that being cared for doesn't mean taking a man's effort for granted, doesn't mean chasing validation from every angle, doesn't mean keeping backups for attention. Social media taught us attention equals love, but it's not. Attention fades, it burns, it turns into ash and it disappears. But real love, it doesn't. Real love burns forever, it remains, and it keeps on emitting light, and it never dies, because that's what love is. At the end of the day, both men and women are struggling. Men forgot how to lead with strength, and women forgot how to nurture with consistency. Nowadays, women are never truly single. And you might not believe me, but once you experience more girls in your life, just like I did, you're going to realize women are never truly single. Girls always, and I mean always, have some type of guy in their head in case it doesn't work out with you. I'm not even joking. That's just how it is. You can be in a completely happy and loving relationship with a girl, but she always has a guy in mind. I'm not saying she likes him or loves him or she's gonna cheat on him, cheat on you with him, but she just has him in mind. Like, anything happens with you and her, you guys fight, you guys argue, anything happens between you two, she's gonna run towards him, right? And then she's gonna start something new with him, build love with him, blah blah blah, and then they're gonna start a relationship, and yeah, that's gonna die out soon because she's gonna find someone else. But you get my point here. Is girls are never truly single. They're not like men, because women have a shit ton of options. For a guy to have a lot of options, you need to be a 8 out of 10 plus, right? As a girl, if you're literally above a 5, let's say with makeup you're a 6 now, you're chilling. You have a shit ton of options. You're always gonna have a guy in your mind. And that's why you guys gotta stay safe. You gotta stay safe out there, man. And here's something else I noticed is the way people can just run away now with like zero guilt. All it takes is one tap on a screen. You guys fight, you guys argue, easy. You just block them and follow, remove. Nice. Now they can't reach out to you anymore. And just like that, they disappear. No accountability, no conversation, no closure, just silence. And from my perspective, it's so much more common with women. They'll tell you they love you, care about you, even make you believe you mean something. And when it gets tough, it's not convenient anymore. They're gone. No guilt, no second thought, just straight to the next guy in line. That's the real problem with social media romance. It's so easy to replace people that I forget people aren't replaceable. You know, people are unique. Behind every profile, there's a real human being with feelings, with love, with effort they gave you. But instead of respecting that, people swipe, people block, and move on like it never mattered. That's why this generation feels so empty, because romance can't exist when people treat relationships like disposable apps. Romance isn't dead, but if you let social media ruin your life and run your life, especially your love life, and if you let it get to your head, it might as well be. You need to detox. You need to realize that everything you're seeing on the internet is fake. You need to realize that all these boundaries and all these expectations are just bullshit. You don't deserve a 6 foot, long ass, tough ass guy that makes 6 figures a year. You don't deserve that. Look at yourself. Look for someone that makes just as much as you do. Look for someone that's on your level. Realize that social media is stupid. It's teaching us things that do not make sense. And for me personally, I've learned this the hard way. I've seen women leave, block, move on like it was just a chapter they could skip, and yeah, it hurt. But it also taught me something. I'm not going to beg for the old days to come back. I'm not going to chase people who don't value me. If anything, I'm going to be the difference. I'm going to hold on to my respect, my standards, and if I give my love to someone, it'll be to someone who actually deserves it. Because that's the only way romance survives, by us choosing to be real in a world full of fake.